Hello viewers, now we are going to discuss about the projections of solids. So earlier also, earlier session where we discussed about projection of solids, how the projection of solids are going to be placed with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Now we will see how to construct that particular front view and top view of a given a regular solid. Let us say first a simple example. So basically I have already told that, so basically there are two statements will be there in a problem related to these particular solids problems. Definitely there will be a two problem statements. First one is geometric statement of problem, solid. And then second one is positional statement of solid. Definitely in every problem we will see these two kind of statements. First one is the geometric statement of solid, means whether it is a prism or pyramid or cylinder or a cone, whatever it is, definitely they will give the first sentence, and then the dimensions of that particular solid will be given. So for example, if it is a square pyramid or square prism, then they will give the square size as well as the height of the axis. If it is a pentagonal prism, each side will be given, pentagonal shape side will be given, base side, and then the axis height will be given. Like that, initial step will be common for all the problems. Definitely they will give the geometric statement of that particular solid. And then second one is the position of the solid. So say for example, the position, in the sense the position may be different types, as I already told that. So when the axis is perpendicular to HP, parallel to VP, when the axis is inclined to one plane and parallel to another plane, when the axis is inclined to both the planes, when the axis is parallel to both the planes, there are several kinds of positions are available. So that particular position statement will be given, right? So if it is inclined to both the planes, then the few terminologies may comes. So like what do you call it as that corner is on HP, right? Base is on VP, in front of VP, base is on VP and above HP. So like that, several positional statements will be given. So based upon that statement, we need to solve the projection of solids problems. Right? Directly we are going to project that solids onto the vertical plane as well as horizontal plane. So this is the basic procedure, problem statement will be given in the question paper. Now we will see a simple problems on a simple position, simple solids with simple position with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. So now let us say a square prism or a cube. Let us say first we will go through the cube. A cube of 50 mm, problem number 1, 50 mm side, right, resting with its base on HP. That means base in the sense one of its a square surface, resting on one of its a square surface and 20 mm surface on HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So this is the problem statement. So as I said earlier, first condition will be geometric statement of the problem. So here it is a cube of 50 mm side is the geometric statement of the problem, and then the second statement will be position of the cube with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Here you can see one of its square face is resting on its surface on HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Let us say here we can observe that this is a cube and it is resting with its base on square surface is on HP. When we are going to see from the top view how it will look like, it's a square surface. When we are going to see from the front view, when we are going to see from the top view, automatically same we will get the square of 50. But here it is resting with its base on HP and in front of VP is 20 mm, right? So that we will get the X solid distance will be 20 mm. So in that scenario we have to solve the problem, right? So now we will see so here we can start with either front view or either top view, because of we know the dimensions of front view, dimensions of top view initial position. Sometimes we don't know the dimensions of the front view as well as top view. So but here we know all the views. Let us say first we have to start with the XY line. Then 50 mm square, right? So here this is the top view of the given cube when it is resting with its base on HP. But here to here it should be 20 mm, that is X solid is given, so that these edges should be in front of VP. In front of VP is given, so that it's a 20 mm. Now we need to project these points towards the upwards. Before we are going to project that, we must have to note the points. Say for example here we will have a 1 2 3 4 surface on top, and then here it is A B C D surface on bottom. Now it is going to be resting like this. That means we are going to start from here 1 2 3 4 like that, A B C D. So here we will have a notation A B. So when we are going to see from the top view, first number plane will be visible, so that 1 of A. So in the second condition, second step, 2 of B, because of here we will have a 2 and bottom side we will have a B. So 2 of B, 3 of C, and then 4 of D. Now we are going to project onto the top view. So here this is the so here it is the front view. When we are going to see from the front view how it will look like. So here this is the way we are going to place. Initially 4 will be visible, 1 will be invisible, 3 will be visible and 2 will be invisible. In the same scenario here we will have a same notations. So here D will be visible, so that D, say on top position 4 of 1, so here dash, and then 3 of 2, so here D of A, and then here C of B. So this is the way how we need to solve the problems. So here we must have to mention the dimensions of the given problem. Square of 50, and then here also say square of 50. Like that we have to mention the dimensions as well as front view and top view of the given solid. Here in earlier classes where we discussed about projection of planes, here total how many planes are available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planes are available. So all the 6 planes information should be projected onto the screen, so that here top plane will be represented with 1, 2, 3, 4 and bottom plane where we represented with A, B, C, D. Now this plane will be represented with D4, 3C, and then this plane will be 3C, B2, like that. All the planes consisting of a particular designation, right? So that we are going to be project all the surfaces towards the downwards. So even though we can go for the, if we go for the side view, then we will get the same square, right? So next, coming to the next problem. So here this is the simple cube problem. Now we will move on to the some kind of rectangular prism. So for example, if it is a rectangular prism, we will go for the square prism. We have a square prism with us, square prism. So basically that problem statement will be like this: square prism of base side 50 mm, axis height is 70 mm, resting on its base on HP, base on HP, right? Then all the vertical surfaces are equally inclined with VP. All the vertical surfaces are equally inclined to VP. So here you can see the first statement is geometry of the given problem, which consisting of 50 mm base side, that is square, and then axis height is about 70 mm, and then base is on HP. All the vertical surfaces, that means rectangular surfaces, are equally inclined to the VP. So please be noted that. So here in this case, the solid, so where I have placed Here this is the solid, right? So whenever we are going to see from the front view, now how the position of the solid, one of its rectangular face is on HP, one of its base is on HP. So here the square base of 50 mm and the height is, axis height is 70 mm. So here you can see, right? Now how it has been placed, resting with its base on HP, as well as one of its rectangular face, that means the surface is parallel to VP or perpendicular to VP. But what we have, all the surfaces are equally inclined to VP. Now I am going to rotate these towards left side or right side like this. Now here you can see, when we are going to see from the top view, how it will look like. So all the edges, all the rectangular surfaces are going to be equally inclined at an angle of 45 degrees. So if you kept these particular rectangular surface at an angle of 45 degrees, remaining all the surfaces are going to be inclined at an angle of 45 degrees, because of this is a right angle square, a triangle, right? Sorry, what do you call it as that? Square surface, right? So whenever we are going to see from the front view, these two surfaces are going to be visible. Whenever we are going to see from the top view, that we will get the square at inclination, right? Here you can see, this is the front view. We will see the two surfaces. Now we are going to mark them with numbers. The planes are going to be marked with numbers A, B, C, D. Here it is A, B, C, D, and then here we will have a 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is A, B, C, D. Then here we will have a 1, 2, 3, 4. So D4 line, C3 line, 2B line, and then A1 line. So this is the top surface and this is the bottom surface. Now we are going to place on HP and then equally inclined with VP. So here in the front view, we don't know the exact length of this particular diagonal, but we know if you go for the calculations, but we don't know the exact length of this particular diagonal. So now what we will do, directly we will go through the top view. Initially we should start with the top view, then we will move on to the front view to get these inclined surfaces lengths. So first we should start with XY line. Base side 50 mm. Initially we should start with XY line, and then here I said that we must have to start with the top view. So by placing the angle of 45 degrees, so here it is 50 mm side, it is about 50 mm. Perpendicular line to that about 50 mm. So now here it is the square. When its angle inclination with respect to this is about 45 degrees. Right? So here to here is 45 degrees. So automatically all the rectangular surfaces are going to be equally inclined with VP. So now the second condition have been satisfied, and here it is the center axis, and previous calls also we must have to mark the center axis. Right here this is the center axis. Now we need to project the center axis towards the upwards with a chain line, right? So now the height of this particular axis is about 70 mm. Now we have to place that 70 mm. Then draw the horizontal line. So before we are going to draw the horizontal line, we must have to project these lines towards the upwards. Axis height is about 70 mm, and then here the base surface is square of 50 mm. Right? Now when we are going to see from the front view, so here A dash of 1, B dash of B of 2, C of 3, D of 4. So initially we will like that. So here on top we will have a dash, then D dash of 4 dash, B dash, then C dash, and then here it is 3 dash, here 4 dash of 2 dash, and then here 1 dash. Now when we are going to see from the front view, that D4 line will be completely visible, so that we must have to highlight, instead of the center line we must have to highlight with the real line, that is visible line, because of that particular visible line should be dominate that particular center axis or hidden lines, whatever it is. That B2 line is hidden line, even though we constructed that visible line, because of always the visible line will be dominate the center line as well as hidden lines. So we must have to draw the continuous thick line when we have a dark line, visible line in front of the on front view, right? So this is the way how we need to represent the square prism, right, when it is resting with its base on HP, and then equally inclined, all the rectangular surfaces are equally inclined, that this surface and this surface is going to be visible, so that 1 dash, A dash, D dash, 4 dash surface will be visible, and then D dash, C dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, 4 dash surface will be completely visible. These two surfaces are going to be visible. Clear? So this is the simple position of the solid with respect to the VP and HP. Now we will see one simple problem on when it is resting with its base on VP. So here until now we discussed about it is resting with its base on HP. Yeah, here there is a small mistake. Basically it is resting with its cube of resting with its base on base square face on HP, so that it should be, the axis should be here, XY should be here, and then here to here is 20 mm. Clear? So because of here the XY line should be attached to this. So like this, because of it is resting with its base on HP. If it is resting with its base on VP in the sense, so we should attach this particular bottom surface to the baseline, right? The second now the problem statement is a pentagonal prism. Third problem statement, a pentagonal prism, pentagon PP, a pentagonal prism of base side 30 mm resting with its base on VP, resting with its base on VP, right? And then here one of its rectangular face, so having 30 mm base, 60 mm axis long, axis long, one of its rectangular face is perpendicular to VP. One of its rectangular face is perpendicular to VP. Perpendicular to HP. One of its rectangular face is perpendicular to HP. Here this is the problem statement. Here the first condition is position of the geometry of the solid. So geometry of the solid is about, so here you can see that this is the pentagonal prism, right? So here base side is about 30 mm and then axis height is about 60 mm. Here this is the 60 mm and then this is the base, and then here the base is resting with its VP, resting on its base on VP, but one of its rectangular surface, here it is that this is the rectangular surface. Now it is parallel to the HP, but it should be perpendicular to the HP, so that like this. So we should start with a vertical line, then we need to construct the pentagon in a front view, then we need to project the top view. On top view we will get like this. The two surfaces are going to be visible. On front view we will get the vertical lined pentagonal shape. We need to project that towards the downwards. So here also we will have a different notations such as A, B, C, D, E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So here it is 1A, 1A, B2, C3, D4, E5, like that. So we are going to place like this, right? So here it is A, B, C, D, E. On back side we will have a numbering plane, right? So the initial step will be draw XY line, then start the pentagonal shape with a vertical line of 30 mm. Then we should place the 72 degrees angle, 360 divided by 5, so 72 exterior angle, and then on bottom side also 72 degrees exterior angle, so from here to here 3 mm, Now we need to take the compass. Take the distances from here to here. Cut an arc on both sides. Here this is the intersecting point. Now we need to combine it. Now here it is A of 1, that is A dash of 1 dash, B dash of 2 dash, C dash of 3 dash, D dash of 4 dash, E dash of 5 dash. Clear? So where we started with a vertical line, because of one of its rectangular face is perpendicular to the HP, so that this is the perpendicular to the HP. Then we need to project that line onto the HP, that is we need to project the top view. When we are going to see from the top view, the projectors will be projected. That means E point should be lies on a same straight line, and then here also second projector, and then the third projector. Now we need to get the center line. So the center axis length is about 60 mm, right? So from here it could be a 60 mm. So mark the 60 mm length, and then here to here is 60 mm, and then we should draw the top view beginning from the, because of it is resting with its base on VP. This is the outline of the given problem. Right? So when you are going to see from the top view, what are the lines are going to be visible? A1 line will be visible, and then B2 line visible, and then C3 line visible. So here we demonstrated that A1, C3, but this line will also visible, that is B3 line. So D4 line is invisible, even though the B2 is visible line, so that it has been dominated with B2 line. So here we will get the 1, so the vertical line 1 dash of 5 dash. So here it is A dash of E dash, then here it is 2 dash of 4 dash, and then 3 dash. Here it is B dash of D dash, here that is C dash. So this is the finalized front view of the given problem, and then finalized top view of the given problem. There are two surfaces are going to be visible like this. So the surface will be little bit inclination with VP, so that the surface area will be huge, and then this surface area will be less, right? So here you can observe that the angle is more here, and then the angle is lesser here, so that the surface will be huge, and then this surface, that means the triangular surface, will be a little bit smaller than this, right? So this is the one problem, right? So when it is resting with its base on VP, we should start with the front view. When it is resting with its base on HP, means we should start with the top view. So please be remember that, right? And now we will see one simple problem on a cylinder. So basically, cylinder of 30 mm diameter base circle, (60 mm) axis long, resting with its base on HP, right? So draw its projections. So this is the problem statement. So here the cylinder of 30 mm diameter base circle and 60 mm axis long, resting with its base on HP, draw its projections. So now here this is the cylinder of base 30 mm diameter and axis is about 60 mm long, and it is resting with its base on HP. When we are going to see from the front view, we will get the rectangle surface, and top view we will get the circular surface. So we should start with the circular surface, that is the top view of the given problem. So now draw